Good evening, hello and welcome. You're with the news today. This is your primetime destination news. Newsmakers, talking points. The big talking point, 24 hours to go to the historic moon landing. We're going to track that all the way. Dr. Surender Pal, distinguished scientist from Isro, will be joining me in a moment to tell us the mood there. Also, is KCR still Telangana's front runner? The battle for Telangana is the next big fight. We'll tell you more on that. Plus, among our special guests, Viswanathan Anand, the one and only Vishy, will join us on India's latest chess prodigy. All that and more coming up. But first, the 9 headlines at 9. Less than 24 hours to go for Chandrayaan's 3 moon touchdown. Isro ready with plan B in case conditions unfavorable. Prime Minister to watch landing live virtually from South Africa. Delhi rapist, bureaucrat and wife's attempt to evade arrest foiled. CCTV video shows the bureaucrat at a church days after FIR was filed against him. Delhi women panel chief seeks a meeting with Home Minister Amit Shah. Prime Minister Modi lands for the BRICS summit in Johannesburg. Big suspense over bilateral with Chinese President Xi Jinping. No plans yet, says the Indian side. High drama in Telangana a day after Chief Minister and BRS Chief K. Chandrasekhar Rao announces first list of candidates. A BRS MLA breaks down after being denied a ticket. BJP mocks KCR for contesting from 2 seats. Superstar Rajnikant defends his gesture of bowing down to touch UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's feet, says it's a habit. Congress says Rajni Yogi meet, calls it a courtesy call to next PM. Bihar VVIP culture on display. Ambulance blocked for Chief Minister Nitish Kumar's convoy despite patient's family crying while Bihar top cop is seen holding an umbrella for RJD Supremo Lalu Yadav. Center rushes to placate angry onion traders in Maharashtra. Agencies to buy 5 lakh tons at record high prices. Onions across India to be sold at 25 rupees a kilo to bring down eye-watering prices. India's teen chess prodigy Pragnananda and Magnus Carlsen settle for a draw in Game 1 of the World Chess Championship final. And 18 charred bodies found as wildfires continue to spread across Greece. But first, the big story, Chandrayaan's landing in nearly 20 hours. Less than 24 hours to go for the moon landing. Chandrayaan on the verge of landing on the moon. The moon just 25 kilometers now below Vikram lander. The Prime Minister to watch the landing live virtually from South Africa, where he is at the BRICS summit. But all eyes therefore on Isro, on Chandrayaan, which is now just 25 kilometers away from moon. All expectations that soft landing will take place tomorrow just after 6 p.m. Live coverage from Isro will begin a little after 5. In fact, an entire country is on the edge as that final countdown begins to Chandrayaan's 3's landing. The Vikram lander 25 kilometers away from the moon. 6:04 p.m. tomorrow. It will attempt to land on the lunar surface. Isro saying the mission fully on track, all systems working perfectly. Just in case the conditions are less than ideal, a plan B is also ready. It's our top story.
India's moon mission is hours away from a historic climax. Chandrayaan's Vikram lander is approaching the moon rendezvous. Saying hello to Chandrama, snapping breathtaking images from close vicinity, showing moon in all its glory, with details of the unexplored far side complete with billion-year-old craters. Indian Space Agency asserted that the mission is fully on track. The system is undergoing regular checks to ensure a smooth touchdown.
It is almost similar to what we designed or developed for Chandrayaan 2, except for instead of orbiter now, because orbiter is anyway working fine and it is still useful and it is giving a lot of important data which will be utilized for Chandrayaan 3 landing also. So we decided that orbiter will be replaced by a propulsion module, which duty is to take it to the orbit of moon surface.
ISRO is not taking any chances, especially after crash of the Russian moon mission. Keeping another landing site ready for Sunday touchdown if parameters aren't ideal on Wednesday. Former ISRO chief K. Sivan broke down the final maneuvers moments before the planned touchdown.
First of all, Luna mission failure and this one, they are not related. Luna actually that is have its own system, its own the sensor, thrusters, and it may have its own characteristics. But we have our own system, our own thruster, our own sensors, which it has been functioning very nicely and without any problem. And till now we are achieved what we want in a perfect way. And I am sure that this will repeat on 23rd also. So we will get a good landing, and we are not getting disturbed by the Luna 25 failure. They are not related. They are not a similar system. They are different system.
Okay.
So we are confident that we will be able to achieve without any problem.
A billion cheers, prayers and wishes are meanwhile pouring in as India roots for Chandrayaan 3.
एक बहुत बड़ा इतिहास भारत के सभी विशेषज्ञों ने, हमारे वैज्ञानिकों ने रचा है और प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में भारत नई ऊंचाइयां तो छू ही रहा था। भारत का तिरंगा केवल देश के अंदर नहीं लेकिन विश्व पटल पर अब हमारी यही कोशिश है कि वो तिरंगा चांद पे भी गाड़ के रखा जाए।
Special pujas are being held in temples and namaz is being offered in mosques, all for Chandrayaan's success. The lander is expected to touch down on Moon's south polar region at 6:04 p.m. on Wednesday. We wish India a grand success in conquering the moon. With Akshita Nandagopal in Bengaluru and Milan Sharma in Ahmedabad, Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, let's go straight across to Dr. Surender Pal, Distinguished Scientist, Associate Director, Program Director, Satellite Navigation Program at Isro Satellite Center. Appreciate your joining us, Dr. Pal. Just give us a sense of what this means to the scientific community involved with Isro. Less than 24 hours to go. What does this mean the next 24 hours for someone who's been connected with Isro over the years? Is this a culmination of a lot of hard work over several years now?
So, Rajeev, I'll reply in two parts. One is, as a technologist, I'm quite confident, and I also see that whatsoever development have been taking place over the last 50 years, the fruits of there are coming up. As far as an Indian is concerned, well, I'm quite confident that we will land, and I'm quite elated that as an Indian, when we land there, we leave our imprints. Our Raj Chinna, Ashok emblem will be there, the Isro emblem will be there. When the rover rolls down, all the experiments work wonderfully well, and the redundancies which have been built inside the software as well as hardware, the simulations, which extensive simulations have been done in the software and the hardware, all those they give me confidence that we will be successful. Some of the things have been over-designed also, like propulsion has been put more this time. The battery capacities have been increased, both in the lander, in the propulsion module, also on the rover. The rover has got 10 ampere hour thing, and for 14 days it will work. I see from the chairman ISRO that we will definitely land, even if things are failing. This time analysis has been done based on failure mode analysis, not on success based. Another thing is that We have got 4 thrusters which are quite powerful, 850 Newton meters, which because thrust can be controlled, what we call slewing. And even if 2 works, nothing else works, it will land. That's what the chairman Isro says, and I'm quite confident about it.
So what you're saying, what you're telling us is that we have learned from the mistakes that might have been made during Chandrayaan 2. And even if something may not work, God forbid, tomorrow, there is enough backup to ensure that there will be a soft landing on the moon. So history in the making.
Yes, I must say that not only simply backup, we have got almost triple backup. Now, let me tell you that this is the only mission. Usually, no space technologists work for more than 3 sigma. This has been, most of the systems have been tested to 6 sigma. 6 sigma means 1 mistake in 1 million. So that sort of accuracies are there. Things have been over-designed, both powers, propulsion, telemetry, where we have increased the rates from 200 to 500 kilobits, and there are double redundancy in the communication link. Also, the sensors which are there, like laser Doppler velocity meter, the hazard avoidance, detection and avoidance camera, then carbon altimeter, laser altimeter, off camera, front camera, and gyros, which are calibrated just before landing. There's a navigation period of 10 seconds, where all the things will be calibrated in absolute manner, and they will be calibrated with the star sensors. So the position accuracies also will be there. Also, this time the area they have increased, from 500 meter by 500 to 2.5 kilometers by 4 kilometers. When they land it, the algorithm takes care. Total system has been divided into grids of 24 meter by 24 meters. Out of the so many grids, 20 grids are selected. Out of 20 grids, 8 grid points have been selected, and no one point is more than 100 meters away. So the lander will hover like a helicopter, and it can go from one place to another place in 100 meters.
Just one final question, Doctor. There could be a plan B, we are told, because of weather conditions. And 27th August is that new date in case things don't work out tomorrow. But from what you're telling me, there is a very minimal chance of using plan B. Am I correct? 6:04 p.m. tomorrow, all going well, should be the landing.
Yeah, I'm quite confident about that. Now let us talk about the 27th August. If it is there, then it has got enough propulsion and the margins in the battery and the total power system, it can come back. But this time it will be landing on the westward, so that still you get the 14 days sunlight. So it's not that if we don't land on 23rd, we will be losing some time. So it is on westward, 14 days will be still available.
Okay.
And that's a plan B, In space technology, we always keep a plan B. It's not that we always go by one plan only.
Okay, let me leave it there. Thanks very much for joining us, Doctor. We'll be tracking this all the way. It's our big story. You can cheer for Chandrayaan. Go on to the India Today website. Find out how you can send your messages to ISRO scientists. Big day ahead, and we'll have more on that later in the show. But let's turn to tonight's top political story, which today is coming from Telangana, the next big election battleground state. Just a day after the Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao became the first of the bloc to announce a candidate list for the 2023 winter elections, high drama has erupted with his own MLAs who have not been given tickets lashing out. Not just that, the BJP and the Congress are questioning the Telangana Chief Minister for choosing to contest from 2 seats this time. So can KCR achieve a hat-trick or not? That's going to be the big focus. Is South India still BJP mukt? Take a look.
మాకు మెయిన్ రైవల్ని ఎవరిని కూడా మేము అనుకోవడం లేదు. వాస్తవంగా చెప్పానంటే 95 to 105 మధ్య మేమే గెలుస్తాం అనుకున్న రైవల్ ఏం తెచ్చిందండి.
Assembly elections in Telangana are yet to be announced, but CM K. Chandrasekhar Rao is first off the block. The BRS chief has already released a list of candidates to be fielded in 115 out of the total 119 constituencies, giving his party the first mover advantage.
Party decided and I am contesting. What is the objection for you?
KCR is facing a double challenge this time. He is fighting both BJP and Congress, which are hoping to encash anti-incumbency against the BRS. He lashed out at both rivals on Monday when he released the list.
Confidently, it's a joke of the century. I can only say that it's a joke of the century.
The BJP, which sees Telangana as a potential growth state, taunted KCR for contesting from 2 seats.
BJP Jatiya
The Congress claims KCR is scared of losing the elections.
తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్ర ప్రజలు చంద్రశేఖరరావు సిట్టింగులందరూ సీట్లు ఇవ్వకపోవడం, గజ్వేల్తో పాటు కామారెడ్డిలో పోటీ చేస్తున్నాడంటే చంద్రశేఖరరావు గారి గొంతులో భయము, ఓటమి స్పష్టంగా కనిపించింది. నిన్న సూర్యాపేటలో బహిరంగ సభలో మాటలు.
Meanwhile, hours after BRS released the list, a BRS MLA broke down in front of party workers after he was denied ticket. Interestingly, the BRS is neither a member of NDA or the opposition's Grand Alliance India and insists that 2024 remains a focus point. In 2018, KCR had advanced state elections, catching the opposition by surprise, giving his party the early mover advantage. The move also neutralized the Modi factor that would have come into play if polls were held along with Lok Sabha polls. While announcing candidate list many weeks in advance, similarly, click for KCR. With Abdul Bashir and Apurva Jayachandran, Bureau Report, India Today.
So is KCR still the front runner in the battle for Telangana? Will BJP Mukt South India change? Is Congress KCR's main rival in Telangana? These are some of the questions we will raise. We are joined by Krishna Sagar Rao, the BJP spokesperson, Ravulla Sridhar Reddy, BRS leader, and Madhu Gaud Yakshi, the Congress's spokesperson. Appreciate all of you joining us. Before I come to you, let me bring the X factors of Telangana to our viewers and understand why this is an important election. Telangana's X factors: 10-year anti-incumbency against KCR. Who benefits from it? KCR's numerous welfare schemes. Will the farmer vote, the poor vote, stay with him? Can the Congress break KCR's support among Muslims, Dalits and OBCs? Will the BJP grow not just in Hyderabad but outside it? And will the Congress and the BJP end up dividing the anti-KCR vote? And the sixth X factor, the money factor. Who has the maximum resources? Let's raise those questions and go straight to you first, Ravulla Sridhar Reddy. Your Chief Minister contesting 2 seats. Is that a sign of nervousness, that he is not confident despite claiming that he is going to sweep the election? Then why contest from 2 seats?
Rajdeep, contesting from 2 seats will show that, we are more stronger compared to the past. That's why we are, Honorable CM is contesting from 2 seats. There's a party decision.
No, the party decision, but if you are so confident, why do you need 2 seats? If he is the top gun, then why is he worried?
It's a party decision. We have our own strategy. There are conventions there are many times. You have seen Vajpayee ji contesting from 2 seats in 91, Advani ji contesting from Delhi and Gandhinagar, and Sonia Gandhi ji was contesting from 2 seats in 1999, Bareilly and Amedhi. There are so many instances where the senior most leaders of the party, and here are Supremo, contesting from 2 seats. What's the problem for the opposition? If you have strength, if you think that you can win us, field your candidates. Where are your candidates? I'm asking Congress party and BJP, where are you? Just by, conducting high decibel, press conferences will not answer the public questions, right? We have declared 115 seats and we will be declaring 4 more seats in very short span. Where are you, Congress and BJP?
Okay, let them respond. Krishna Sagar Rao, the open challenge. Where are your seats? Here is the Chief Minister 4 months before an election already announcing his candidates. Does it suggest that KCR at the end of the day controls the chess pieces in this Telangana chessboard? He's already off the mark.
See, Rajdeep, there are no prizes for coming early in declaring candidates. Sometimes it can even work against you, and it can even yield as a self-goal. And we really hope that it happens because, going ahead and announcing 115 candidates is not equal to winning that many, while KCR was saying that. Number two is that it shows more of a desperation than preparation. Because if you're prepared, you don't need to do it 4 months when you had 4 years of governance in this term, another 5 years, actually 4 years in the first term too. So if you did not foresee anything happening to you and your seats, why would you rush into it? Number three is that he fears backlash from his own MLAs. I told you as he lost options, and that is the desperation part. If you don't have options, how can you call yourself successful as someone who can win back? See, he himself, KCR himself, has quoted and many times leaked that there are about 35 MLAs he would not want to contest this election. He would not want to nominate them for this election. Now, why did he go back on that? He said in one of the press conferences that 35% of commission has been taken from certain schemes of the government by a few MLAs. Now, why those MLAs haven't been, removed from the list which he has actually announced? So he's under pressure. He's in a political compulsion so that he wants to keep the folks together, the entire folk of the BRS, so that he doesn't get into a rebellious kind of a movement.
Right, let's keep our interventions a little shorter. You're saying basically that KCR is nervous and therefore has been forced to renominate most of his sitting candidates, fearing that they would rebel. You want to respond very quickly, Rahul Sridhar Reddy, to that? Not only is the Chief Minister contesting 2 seats, he has renominated almost 95% of his candidates. Does that suggest that he's not worried about anti-incumbency at the local level, or he's worried that if I don't nominate someone, they will switch sides, as already some of them have indicated today? Those who've not got tickets are planning to join Congress or BJP?
Rajdeep, that is not weakness. Announcing the candidates close to 3 months, more than 3 months early before the elections is strength. The confidence that we have on our people, the confidence that, we have delivered in the past 9 years. And people know that. And here, instead of speaking much, actions speak louder than words. We have declared our candidates. We know what we have done in the past 9 years. I am asking BJP, where are you? Answer me that.
No, but why do you want them to declare their candidates so early? The election
don't have at the time we wish to.
See, Rajdeep, they don't have. BJP is actually out of race in Telangana. We don't even want to consider them that they are a competition to us.
So you're saying Congress is your main rival? Are you saying, Rahul Sridhar Reddy, Congress is your main rival?
To a certain extent, because Congress, because of this Karnataka election result and all, these days they are doing some activities. But even Congress also is not a match to KCR and our party today. They both will be fighting for a distant second position. I am very clearly telling you.
Okay.
Sir, these are your candidates. Now you are asking me, why have you declared the candidates? That's my strength. We have people.
You made your point. You made your point. Let me take that to Madhu Yakshigaud. According to the BRS, and I've heard that from KCR as well, this is a battle for second place. He believes that even the anti-KCR vote will get divided between Congress and BJP. He is comfortable. What is the Congress going to do to build on the Karnataka strategy? We are told that there will be now Dalit and Muslim outreach programs. What specifically does the Congress intend to do in Telangana to try and narrow the gap with KCR?
Rajdeep, you have seen, you're my good friend, you're a learned journalist. In one of the state I was in charge, we were an incumbent government, and knowing Chief Minister seat itself was in danger, we asked Chief Minister to contest from 2 seats. Earlier, N.T. Ramarao contested as the Chief Minister in 3 places, he lost. So KCR first contesting from 2 seats itself shows that nervousness and that is losing. Second, 10 years has my own experience, two elections I won as a MP. Third election is a big task. There's a huge hand incumbency, even if you do best of the best thing. I was faced for Telangana, achieving a Telangana state from the Congress side. So what I'm trying to say here, the anti-incumbency, then the second part,
but
the
it
95
get divided.
MLAs
But
repeating
Madhu
90%.
Yakshagaon, that anti-incumbency will
The
get
other
divided
cadre,
between you and the BJP.
wait. Rajdeep, no, that's where I'm coming here. First, there's no hope for other second level leaders or anyone. Third, the BJP is completely gone down after Karnataka election results. Every month, I'm tracking, every week we are doing the surveys. BJP's vote percentage has gone down. Now, whatever you're seeing on BJP and my TRS friends arguing, it's like a WWF. They are together. BJP friend, my friend Krishna Sagar is very happy that TRS has announced candidates because they don't have to do anything. They are together. In 2018, the BJP believed that TRS KCR statement, agreed for an early elections and supported TRS candidates in some places where they are not going to win, and they transferred the BJP over them. This is told by the BJP top leader of Telangana itself. So here they're together, people believing and seeing through what happened in Karnataka.
You are claiming on my show, just a minute, Madhu Yakshagaon, you are claiming on my show that the BJP is B team.
BRS, BJP together.
You are claiming that the BJP is the B team of the BRS in Telangana.
BJP, absolutely. And you have seen already KCR announced that MIM is their alliance partner. So MIM is doing elsewhere in the country to help the BJP. And BJP, BRS, MIM together, and people are seeing through. Honestly, I myself was feared before Karnataka results. We thought like BJP reached second after 2018 elections. BJP as winning by-elections, and I thought like BJP is really emerging in Telangana. Now it's gone, completely dead.
Okay,
the changing state president is gone down so bad to the BJP, and people are completely believing that BJP, BRS together.
Okay, let me bring in Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao, because the fact is, Mr. Krishna Sagar Rao, you've changed your party president. There have been a lot of changes within the BJP, and the belief is after Karnataka, the BJP is on the back foot in Telangana. You are losing cadre to the Congress in some places, to the BRS in other places, and here the Congress is accusing you now of being the B team. You are the B team of the BRS. So actually, from being a competitor, as you did well in the Lok Sabha elections of 2019 in Telangana, you've gone a step back, is the general belief on the ground.
See, this is a manufactured perception by Congress, and they're trying very hard at it. My friend Madhu is actually peddling the same, same story.
No, so why did you change your leadership? No, if you were so confident, why have you just changed your leadership in Telangana?
Why? Krishna, why did you change your state?
No, Mr. Yakshagaon, let him speak.
Not just me
No,
asking.
Madhu, you must let him speak. Madhu, please, your voice will go down.
Give an answer.
Yeah, let him speak.
Madhu, let me give an answer.
Yeah, please
if
go ahead.
If at all anybody is together, Rajdeep, it is Congress and TRS. And their unity and their relationship is not from today, from 2001 onwards. 2004 election, they fought together. 2009 election, they fought together. KCR was a minister. When Telangana bill was presented, they didn't have strength, and Sushma Swaraji and Rajnath ji as president and LOP have ensured that Telangana is achieved with the bill being passed. But KCR goes to Sonia Gandhi and touches her feet. He doesn't come to Sushma Swaraj and Rajnath Singh. They are natural partners. As Prime Minister Modi says, they are family dynasty, corruption and appeasement kind of parties. Both of them are mirror images. Now, Rajdeep, you asked me, why did we change the president? It is our system. 3 years after president's change in our party. So, because the party had another strategy and to work with Sanjay elsewhere, which he's already been deputed to, Kishan Reddy, who's been the ace leader of our party and happens to be a union minister, has been brought in to ensure the win of Telangana.
So what is your strategy, Krishna Sagar Rao? Because there's a general feeling, I repeat, that the BJP in southern India is now struggling. Karnataka was one example. Telangana, the Congress is banking on a large Muslim, Dalit consolidation. Where does the BJP fit in now? Outside Hyderabad, pockets of Hyderabad, how are you going to grow?
See, we are not a party of one night stands, Rajdeep. We are party is eternal. As long as a nation exists, we exist. And we have, as you've seen, has grown to a certain stage which no other party has grown till now in this country. We have beaten the good old party, Congress, hands down. We are in 17 states today.
No, you
so
are.
If we have to come into South,
Mm-hmm.
it might take a little time. But for Telangana, we have already entered. Karnataka, we have been there before. So South hasn't banned us. South has given us a big opportunity. And Telangana will be the second gateway for the entry into South. Apart from Puducherry, we already have. So where did we not touch South? And where did we fail in the southern
So
strategy?
you're saying that
We'll
Telangana will be your second, Telangana will be your second gateway to the south. I want to get you, Ravula Sridhar Reddy, just to give me your numbers. TRS in 2014 got 63 of the 119 seats, clear majority. 2018 you went up to 88 seats and your vote percentage went up to 46. Give me a realistic number. You have to accept there is an element of anti-incumbency after 10 years. What is your realistic number this time?
Rajdeep, after 10 years, I cannot say it as an anti-incumbency. I don't accept it. There may be little dissatisfaction here and there, but we can correct it. And people are very clear. I just want to tell you very clearly, both these parties has no agenda. If they go to the people, what will they say? They haven't done anything to the state of Telangana.
No, they are saying that this is family Raj. They are saying that there is family Raj in Telangana. They are accusing you of corruption in Telangana. And they are saying that people have not benefited.
They have been saying from 2014, there were many elections which we fought. They have been telling the same story and BRS is winning all these elections. Number 3, and we don't have to have any, B team in Telangana. We are the A team of Telangana people and they know we work for them. These two parties are known for, good press conferences detailing that we are in 17 states. Congress will say we won. These stories are not going to work out.
Okay.
In Telangana.
You're saying
I want to ask them. Finally, Rajdeep,
what's your number? What's your number out of 119? How much will you get?
We will be, as our president said, we will be between 95 and 105. There is no ambiguity in it.
Okay, 95 to 105 out of 190.
Finally.
Madhu Yakshigaud.
Finally.
Yes.
You challenging my leader that, he is contesting from 2 seats.
Mm-hmm.
I welcome both Congress and BJP
Rajdeep.
presidents. If you feel you are strong, you have strength, you are welcome to contest and my leader or your people, your leaders.
Right.
Important also are welcome to contest in 2 seats.
Madhu Yakshigaud. Madhu
you both have
Yakshigaud.
candidates.
1 minute, sir.
You don't have candidates, sir.
You don't have candidates. You said that again. Madhu Yakshigaud, your number for the Congress. Give me a number. In Karnataka, you gave me a number. You are almost right. Now you give me a number for Telangana. What is your number this time?
Yeah. Multiple sources indicating our own assumption also or our own feedback we are crossing 80 seats, Rajdeep.
80
Secondly,
seats?
their own TRS party MLA, 80 plus. BRS party MLA yesterday accused Harish Rao. Before 2014, he was roaming around in slippers. Today is worth of 1 lakh crores. This is not my allegation. This is their own party allegation.
Rajdeep was asking you a number.
No, 1 minute. 1 minute.
BJP
Sir,
had an opportunity. They've completely gone down.
I remember Revan said 90
And
plus.
third, the BRS party, I'm challenging BRS party will not cross 40.
Okay.
They are down to 25.
sir, there are
These
KCRs
ground
welfare
level
schemes.
report.
Sir, there are
And
KCRs
they
welfare
won't be
schemes
crossing
that he's
40
relying
seats.
on.
You just watch my word.
Okay.
Mark it.
There are KCRs welfare schemes, Krishna Sagar Rao, that
Welfare
many believe have
schemes you
been very
seen
effective.
Elsewhere, welfare schemes even in BJP in Karnataka, what happened?
Okay.
Mayawati announced seats 1 year ahead of time. What happened? So it's not going to work by announcing in advance that you think they're ahead of the game.
Okay.
They're wrong.
Okay, final word, Krishna Sagar Rao. Number of seats. How many seats is the BJP looking at? I want a realistic number. You can't have 80, 90 for BJP. What is your realistic number? Honest answer.
See, elections are always about the mandate of the people. We neither believe in surveys nor believe in, boasted and, big expectations before we go into the war. We go into the war, we go into the election, explain people what we are capable of doing and what we are doing.
No, but Amit Shah always gives a number. Mr. Amit Shah always gives a number. What is your mission for Telangana? Mission 60, mission 50, mission 40?
See, Rajdeep, the mission is set by Amit Shah for our party internally to rise to that number. But in any case,
What
if
is
you
the
want
number?
to know internal number, it is 70 plus.
70
That's
plus.
what we are aiming for. And we want to ensure that there is a change of government and Bharatiya Janata Party comes into the state government to
Okay,
run
let me leave it
for
there.
Telangana state
Okay,
because it's
one
essential.
party has told me they're going to get 95 to 105. One is saying 80, one is saying 70. At the end of the day, there are only 119 seats. Mr. Sridhar Reddy? Yes, 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
I remember Madhuji was saying 80. I remember Revant was saying 90. Uttam might be saying 100. Mark my words, BJP will be below 5 and Congress will not cross the double digit. It's all the way.
Okay, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. There are, sir, all I know is that there is a lot of money power at work. There is a lot of money power at work as well. We will see whether resources work, what works in Telangana, but it will be a state closely watched in the months ahead. Mr. Sridhar Reddy, Madhu Yakshagaud and Krishna Sagar Rao, appreciate all three of you joining me here on the news today. Let's turn from there to a story which is going to create waves in the days ahead. Indigos MD Rahul Bhatia summoned by a Lok Sabha panel over alleged protocol violations for MPs. Think about it. Our MPs reportedly are upset over not getting enough privileges, facilities at airlines and airports. A group of parliamentarians had allegedly complained that due courtesy was not being extended to them by airport operators. Now, these are private airlines, so why should our MPs be complaining? Mr. Bhatia has now been summoned by Parliament before August 30th. Paulomi Saha has more.
Rahul Bhatia now will represent Indigo when he appears before the Privileges Committee. Now, in September 2021, in fact, the Ministry of Civil Aviation had reiterated certain guidelines in terms of protocols that should be extended to members of Parliament, including access to the reserve lounge at airports, free tea, coffee, water, seat preference being given to them, preferably front row seats on airlines, on flights, car parking, which should be given to them on the basis of the sticker that they have on their vehicles as members of Parliament. Various such privileges in terms of course, priority check-in as they arrive at the airport. A protocol officer should be appointed as well in order to ensure that these courtesies are extended to members of Parliament as they reach both international and domestic airports in India. Now, there are many, of course, who are questioning this as to whether this is VVIP and entitled behavior. Why should private airlines be extending these courtesies to our members of Parliament? And that has become a topic of conversation and a big raging debate. With camera person Pavan, Paulomi Saha in Delhi for India Today.
Why should our MPs demand these facilities from private airlines? Think about it. Are our MPs not armed citizens like you and me? Let's turn from there to our Get Real India story. The export duty hike on onions has now sparked fury among Maharashtra's farmers and indeed onion farmers across the country. In Nashik, the onion capital of the country, farmers are dumping onions to protest against the government imposed restrictions on exports. The centre now is moving to placate the angry onion traders by asking agencies to buy at least 5 lakh tons at record high prices. Take a look at tonight's Get Real India story from Nashik.
Anger spilling over to the streets of Nashik. Farmers dump onions after the government imposed restrictions on exports. India Today travelled to Shimpi Takli, a small village 40 kilometers from Nashik, and one of the hubs of onion trade in India, to know firsthand how the export curbs have hit the trade.
Central government has imposed 40% tax on the export of onions. Now, the farmers of onions are very much unhappy with this decision of the government. They even protested. They have also shut down the biggest market of Asia in Nashik.
Traders are furious over the centre's decision to bring down retail prices of onion by imposing a 40% duty on all exports.
80% पैच खराब हो गया, सिर्फ 20% पैच जो है बिकने लायक है। ये जो केंद्र सरकार ने जो निर्णय लिया है, इसका पूरा के पूरा विरोध कर रहा हूँ सर, क्योंकि ये जो डिसीजन जो लिया है, ये सिर्फ किसान और व्यापारी दोनों को भी मारने वाला है। ये डिसीजन ऐसा, एक्सपोर्ट पे टैक्सेस बढ़ गए, मतलब सामने वाला खरीदेगा कम, डिमांड कम होगा क्योंकि पैसा ज्यादा लगेगा। डिमांड कम होगा और सप्लाई उतना ही रहेगा। डिमांड कम हो गया, सप्लाई बढ़ गया तो ऑब्वियसली रेट गिरने ही वाले हैं ना।
After production, onions are stored at a storage place called as chali. When production happened, entire storage area was filled with good onions, but today the place is only left with wasted and completely destroyed onions.
150-200 क्विंटल खांदा था, 20 क्विंटल भी अच्छा निकला नहीं। ये जो आपको लगता है ना अभी सदन भागी थे, वो जो आत्महत्या हो रहा है ना, इसके कारण ही ये तो हम तो ऐसा सोच रहे हैं कि ये सरकार किसान विरोधी है कि क्या।
India Today team found farmers making a huge pit to dump the onions. Not just farmers, but traders and commission agents of Nashik, which boasts of the largest wholesale onion market in Asia, are boycotting trade.
ये डिसीजन थोड़ा हार्श है और थोड़ा जल्दी है। एक्सपोर्ट एज एन एक्सपोर्टर सर प्राइसेस जो इतनी बढ़ गई हैं 40% ड्यूटी के साथ, करीब 50 से 60% ऑर्डर्स कम हो जाएंगे। हमारा एक बड़ा कंपटीटर पाकिस्तान है और चाइना है, और चाइना के पास रेडी अवेलेबल क्रॉप है और पाकिस्तान भी ऑलरेडी चल रहा है, बलूचिस्तान उनका जो एरिया है उधर का क्रॉप, तो उनके प्राइसेस 40% बढ़ चुके हैं और हमारे काफी अच्छे कस्टमर्स जो है मूव हो चुके हैं उनके तरफ।
Already singed by the political heat of tomatoes selling at 200 rupees a kilo, the centre has imposed curbs to check onion prices. But farmers and traders are not taking kindly to it. With Saurabh Bhaktania in Nashik, Bureau Report, India Today.
A good news story. The first game of the World Chess Cup final in Baku between Indian chess prodigy Ramesh Babu Praggnanandhaa and Magnus Carlsen ended in a draw on Tuesday. Both players deciding to shake hands after 35 moves. The second game of the final will be played on Wednesday. This time Praggnanandhaa playing with black pieces. A draw even on Wednesday will mean that the world chess winner will be decided on Thursday in the rapid and blitz tiebreakers. Remember, this is an 18-year-old who is one of the breakthrough moments of Indian sport. Someone who has, at the age of 18, gone where no other sports person has ever gone. So quite remarkable what Praggnanandhaa has achieved in the last week at the World Championships. Only Carlsen and Bobby Fischer before him have been younger when they've qualified now for the World Candidates Championships. So that's really the story to look out for. Someone who's really blazed a new trail. Lots of praise coming his way for what he's achieved. Even today against Magnus Carlsen, more than holding his own against one of the greatest chess players of all time. So Praggnanandhaa eyeing that historic win at the moment in Baku, hoping all eyes on him. Tomorrow could be a big day for Indian sport, as well as not just for the moon landing, but for what Praggnanandhaa could achieve. Vishwanathan Anand joins me, chess grandmaster, 5 times world champion. Vishy, what does this mean? Excitement for you that an 18-year-old has achieved as much as he has?
Yes, it's wonderful news. I mean, in one tournament, in the FIDE World Cup in Baku, Gukesh crossed my world ranking. He's now 7th in the world. And Praggnanandhaa has become the first Indian after me to end up in a World Cup final and to qualify for the candidates next year. And at all of 18, as you said, so which is unbelievable. I mean, when I was 18, I had just become a grandmaster, and at 18, he's in the candidates. So very, very exciting. To top it off, he's beaten the number 2 and number 3 in the world and is now facing off against Magnus Carlsen himself. So for chess, this is all the drama you could hope for.
You know, the word prodigy, like legend, is overused. You're a legend. Are we seeing the making of a prodigy here?
He's a huge talent. Certainly, you know, if he's at such a young age, he is a prodigy. And what he's shown is that he has what it takes to go all the way. I mean, he's showing all the qualities you would need normally much later in life. Tenacity, ability to keep playing under pressure, just huge competitive skills as well. So he's not only about chess knowledge. He's competing at a very high level. And that's what people are so excited about simply.
What is that special quality for all of us observing him? We just read the headlines, him making one headline after the other. He's beaten Carlsen in the past also. To achieve that at 18 is special, but is there a particular quality of his which stands out for you, Vishy?
It's a combination of tenacity. He consistently saves difficult positions, which means that it's not enough just to get a good position against him. You have to knock him out. This is a very useful quality because the harder it is for your opponents to do it, the more discouraged they become. He's himself able to do this against the strongest players. He did it yesterday against number 2 in the world, Caruana. Just survived difficult position after difficult position. He got one good chance. He went in for the kill. And he's able to play against people like Carlsen, who put pressure on you during all phases of the game. And, you know, able to absorb that and give it back and keep making good moves and keep his composure, not make erratic decisions. So it's a combination of good nerves, good fitness, sensible decision making, a whole bunch of practical skills when you're playing a chess game.
Just give us a sense of how difficult it is to play Carlsen, because Carlsen is, you know, is seen as the modern great now, and he's going to play tomorrow with White. Does that make it even more difficult for Pragnan, or the fact that he's defeated Carlsen in the past should give him reason for cheer?
Both. So let's get to it. What is Carlsen first? Carlsen is very difficult to play because he makes very few errors. He makes errors, but they usually not terrible ones. His consistency is very high. So he may not always make the best move, but it won't be the worst move either. And that kind of means that his opponents get a more limited range of opportunities against him. What Carlsen will be trying to do tomorrow is to put a lot of pressure on the white pieces. Pragnananda didn't have a huge impact today with the white pieces, which is like the serve in tennis, so you're supposed to put a bit of pressure. He didn't manage to do that, but that's understandable because he's still exhausted from yesterday's struggle. So I think overall today was a good result, but Pragnananda has to know that tomorrow is going to be a tough day at the office, and hopefully he can get himself into the right frame of mind to take that to its successful conclusion.
You know, let's just look at, in conclusion, at the wider picture. You know, you broke through, broke the glass ceiling, became world champion. Now we have a chess revolution, different parts of the country, but none bigger than Chennai, the chess capital in a way of the country. What is it that has changed? Is it just the fact that there are role models like you, there are facilities available through chess clubs? Something seems to have changed that is making so many Indian players do so remarkably well at the highest level in the sport.
At some degree, in some way you hit on it. Each generation builds on the previous one. So I was the first grandmaster in a state which already had 4 international masters. In the same way, now Tamil Nadu has progressed so much, along with the rest of India, by the way. We have more than 80 grandmasters in the country. And what this has meant is that a lot of the previous grandmasters have run excellent coaching academies. They're available as trainers. They help you in other ways. And so this generation was able to grow faster. On top of that, there's a lot of trends which are going very nicely for chess, internet connectivity, the general popularity of the game, therefore more sponsors, more resources, all these things coming in. So multiple factors, I think. Maybe the beauty is that they all came together at the right time. And This particular generation, they're very, very good, they're very talented, and they're all under 20. We have 4 of the world's best players, and they're all under 20, which is really special, because it means that not only will they keep pushing each other now, they're going to keep pushing each other for the next 10 years down the line. We really have a golden generation, which I can say for the next 10 years, every Indian chess fan will have somebody to follow in some tournament or the other. And that's kind of the outlook we're looking at.
Now, golden generation is great to hear from you. Very quickly, have you ever advised Pragnan, have you ever told him what to do, how to face up to this pressure? Have you and he been chatting away?
We have had many discussions, however, not much during this tournament. I assume that the player has too much on his head already, and I haven't wanted to disturb anything. But we have spoken at length about these topics, even interchanged ideas. Many of them have their ear to the ground because they are actually competing very hard. I try to share my experiences, and yes, we have interacted a lot. Also, we keep in touch constantly through the West Prajanand Chess Academy, Waka, and Pragnananda, Gukesh are both mentees there. So we get to interact quite a bit.
Well, it's wonderful, to have someone like you pass the baton in a way to the next generation. We hope that Pragnananda tomorrow does the country proud. Either way, what he's achieved is quite remarkable, as you have, Vishwanathan Anand. This is the golden generation of chess, and I hope may that long continue. Thank you very much for joining us. Shatranj ke Khiladi. This was in many ways the land of Shatranj. This is also the land of science, because not only are we going to cheer for Pragnananda tomorrow, we're also cheering all the way for Team Isro and Chandrayaan 3 at indiatoday.in Chandrayaan. You can send all your messages to our scientists through the day tomorrow, all our thoughts tomorrow with our lunar mission as it hopes to reach where no one else has before, at least from this country, and we'll become the 4th country in the world and the first to reach the South Pole of the moon. Thanks for watching. Stay well, stay safe. Good night. Shubh Ratri. Jai Hind. Namaskar.